Come to Sukhasana or easy cross-legged pose. And roll your shoulders down your spine and rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And we have an active practice this morning. So let's just spend a couple minutes around Ujjayi breath. You may remember it, you may not. Either way, bring your right hand up and place it in front of your mouth. And take a nice deep breath in. And when you exhale, open up the mouth and breathe on your hand like you're trying to fog up a mirror. And just do that a couple times and feel that constriction in the back of your throat. Keep that constriction and inhale. Exhale. Now keep that constriction and close your mouth. So with the mouth open, it's very, very obvious, that sound. But with your mouth closed, it's more of a sound that only you can hear. So just do that a few times. And as you do it, notice that you're really regulating the air as it comes in and out. And what this does is it actually keeps the nervous system calm when you are exercising. When you constrict the throat, it's also supporting you in slowing down the breath and, as mentioned, regulating the air that's coming in and out. So you're less likely to start to pant, like as in aerobic exercise, because you're keeping control of your breath, which actually supports you in becoming less fatigued, and you will find that you have a stronger practice. The goal here is to keep Ujjayi breath engaged throughout the entire practice. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach for the ceiling. And exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat beside you, lean over, reach to the side. And continue to breathe. Reach both of your knees for the mat and turn your head and your chest to look up. One more breath here. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, reach up as high as you can, and exhale to the other side. Keep your Ujjayi breath. And keep the knees reaching towards the mat. Turn your head and your chest to look up. One more breath here. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Try to touch the sky. And exhale your hands to heart center. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. Pull your heels in towards your groins. Take a hold of your big toes or your feet. And inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, fold at your hips and bring your chest closer to your feet, closer to the ground. Allow your head to hang, your shoulders to round. Just feeling the spine warm up. And the muscles of your body warm up and wake up. And keep your Ujjayi breath with you. Really starting to like start the habit. Walk your hands or place your palms on the mat in front of you and slowly come back up to seated and walk the hands all the way back behind you. Lift your chest up, bring the shoulder blades to try to touch on your back. And keep your head looking forward. Breathe. Slowly walk back to center. Bring the ankles out to the side and back behind you. Your hands to the mat in front of you. Come up onto all fours. Plant your palms below your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Put the weight into the hands where the fingers meet the palms. And bring the knees below the hips. Untuck the toes. Put the weight into the top of the feet. Inhale, bring your belly towards the mat. Look up at the ceiling. Exhale, push the mat away from you. Arch your back. Point the top of your head at your mat. And just continue to flow with your breath. Inhaling through cow. And exhaling through cat. Really warming up, lubricating your spine. One more round. Keep the ujjayi breath. On your next breath, bring your spine to neutral. Remember to keep pushing into the knuckles. Okay, if you're dumping into the heels of the hands, your wrists are going to get sore because we're spending some time here on our wrists. So keep pushing into the knuckles. Anytime you notice your wrists aching, push back into the knuckles. It just means you're dumping into the heels of your hands. Put the weight into the left knee and bring your right leg up into the air behind you. Bring it out long, flex your foot, engage the leg. And pull the toes towards the shin. And then pull your belly button in towards your spine. Notice that you can just dump into the lower back. Option to stay here like this, or you can bring the left arm up into the air in front of you. Try to make a straight line from the tips of your fingers to the heels on the foot. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine, and you can stay stationary or you can start to flow with your breath. Inhale, reach the hand and the foot away from each other, and exhale, bring the elbow and the knee to meet below your chest. Continue to flow. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract. Move slow and engage. Imagine that there's like weights on the foot and the hand. And when you open, you're pushing them away from each other. And when you contract, you're trying to keep them from just slamming into your body. Take your time, remain engaged, and breathe. Ujjayi breath. One more round. Come back to center. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. One more round. Keep pushing into the knuckles. Come back to center, switch sides. Bring the left leg up into the air behind you. Flex the foot. Engage that leg. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Option to stay here or bring the right arm out in front of you. Breathe. Option to stay still or start to flow. Inhale, reach the hand and the foot away from each other. Exhale, elbow and knee meet below the chest. Ujjayi breath. Try to stay engaged as you can. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Reach the hand, the foot away from each other. The arm is engaged. The leg is active. Slowly pull them towards one another. Knee and elbow meet. Every move is slow and methodical. Keep pushing into the knuckles. One more round. Come back to center. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more round. And come back to neutral. Spread the fingers wide. Keep pushing into the knuckles. Tuck the toes under and then lift the knees to hover just above the mat. Bear hold. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Really push the ground away from you. Push into the knuckles. Try to make those knees just hover like literally 1 inch off the mat. Pull the belly button in. Breathe. One more breath. Release the knees back down to the mat. Come on down onto your elbows. Plant your palms on the mat. Step the legs back. Elbows are below your shoulders. And come into a low plank. Pull the heels up over the balls of the feet. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. And just look to the top of the mat. Breathe. Legs are engaged. Keep the hips up, the bum engaged, the legs engaged. Breathe. Ujjayi. And slowly release. Come all the way down onto the belly. Bring your head and turn it to one side and just bring your arms alongside your body. Palms face up. Take a breath. Take a breather. Totally relax. Rests are always awesome. And they're always indicative of more to come. So revel in it, but don't get too comfortable. Here we can learn the idea of attachment, knowing there's a moment to rest, to recoup, enjoying in it, being in it, but not being attached, knowing that, okay, this will end and there will be another, but there's probably some work coming up. And turn your head so that your chin is on the mat. Arms are alongside the body, palms face up. Legs are long, toes are intact. Or intact, toes are untucked. And just like cobra, put the weight into the tops of the feet and engage the legs. Engage the legs so that the knees lift up off of the mat. Squeeze your bum and then start to lift your chest. Lift your chest up and lift your arms up and reach your arms back behind you. So you're in half locust. Your feet are still on the ground. Your legs are engaged and your arms are reaching to the back of the mat. Feel the lower back contracted. Feel your glutes, your bum engaged. Your chest rolling back, reaching back. Lift up as high as you can. Breathe, Ujjayi breath. Remain engaged, remain strong, remain lifted. One more round. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Reach back a little further. And exhale, slowly come back down to the mat. Turn the head in the opposite direction and take a moment to rest here. Totally relax. Stay with Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath works in both ways. It's victorious breath and it's ocean breath. It calms the nervous system and it gives you more energy. So keep your Ujjayi and totally relax. Let go of any muscles you may be holding on to and let go of any attachments you may be holding on to. Your body is strong. Your body is healed. You are connected to your body. Sometimes life requires hard work. Sometimes we get to just flow. Okay. And here we go again. This time, bring the chin onto the mat and then flip the palms so they're face down and then tuck them under your body. So in many yoga classes, they'll tell you to touch the pinky fingers together. If that works for you, amazing. But it doesn't work for everyone. So just find out what works for you, like what feels good, what's supportive, because basically what you're doing is supporting the pelvis to have a stable ground to lift the legs. So keep your chin on the mat. Keep your Ujjayi breath. Engage the legs and start to push through the balls of the feet. Start to lift the legs up into the air and reach them to the back of the room. Keep your chin on the ground. Inhale, lift the legs up higher. Exhale, reach the legs back further. Keep the chin on the mat. Keep breathing. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the legs. Push through the balls of the feet. Lift up even higher. Reach back even further. Breathe. Can you lift those heels up any closer to the ceiling? And can you reach those feet back even further? Try to touch the wall behind you. Keep your Ujjayi breath one more time, up higher, back further, and release. Bring your head back down to the mat. Totally relax. Totally let go. Enjoy the space and the moment to relax all that you've been working. So many people think that the core is just the abs. And the core pretty much includes everything from mid-thigh all the way to chest, upper chest, all the way around. We have inner and outer core. And the inner core is mainly situated around the spine. So when we work core is more than abs. So we have been practicing something called locust. We have done half locust and half locust. And now we're going to do full locust. So we're going to take both of those parts that we just did and put them together. Remember your ujjayi breath. And here we go. Full locust, come onto the chin. Inhale, lift the chest, reach the arms to the back. Stay here for just a moment. And then next inhale, bring the legs up into the air. So lift the chest up, lift the legs up. Keep your ujjayi breath. Keep everything engaged and everything reaching back. Feel yourself moving with your breath. The shoulders rolled back, the arms reaching back, the chest lifting up, the legs lifting up, the legs lifting back. Keep breathing, keep everything strong and engaged. One more breath. Release, come back down. Turn the head to the side. Release the arms. Let go of any hold on anything that you have and just be. Keep the ujjayi. Next is bow pose. And if you find that bow pose is difficult to do, there's two options. When you bend the knees and bring the heels towards the bum, if you can't reach back and take a hold of your foot, then take a strap and bring it around the ankles. And then you use the straps with your hands. Either way, bend the knees, bring the heels towards the bum, and either take a hold of the ankles or take a hold of the tops of the feet. Pull the knees towards one another and start to kick the feet up into the hands. When you kick the feet into the hands, this lifts the chest. Now start to lift the legs up off the mat. Come into bow pose. Breathe. The harder you kick, the higher you lift. Keep your ujjayi breath. Kick harder, kick higher. One more round. And release. Done the series. Just totally let go here for a moment. And feel the effects of strengthening the back core, the inner core, and then the back of the outer core. I just want to let you know that video is really good because Costa Rica plus coffee plus core class plus no shower means really stinky teacher. I can smell me. And I think you might just be happy that you can't. But I can also smell ylang-ylang, which is pretty freaking cool. So one more breath. And then bend the elbows and plant the palms below your shoulders and slowly come up onto all fours. Spread the fingers wide, place the palms below the shoulders, and then walk them forward just a little bit. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up for downward facing dog. You find yourself here for a minute. Keep pushing into the knuckles. Keep your ujjayi breath. Put a slight bend in the knees. Push your chest closer to your thighs and just breathe. Now, keep the weight in the hands and slowly bring the elbows down to the mat. Come into dolphin pose. Keep the hands on the mat in front of you. Keep looking to the top of your mat and push your chest closer to your thighs. Breathe. Now, put the weight into the hands, and if you can, try to lift no, both elbows up at the same time. You have the option here, move the hands back below the shoulders and step the legs back. So you have the option to come into full plank, or depending on how your wrists feel, coming back to forearm plank. Choose yours, and we're here for another minute. Breathe. Keep the legs engaged, the bum engaged, the hips up, but not lifted into like a down dog, just not sagging. Ujjayi breath. Come down onto your knees. Take your knees out as wide as your mat. Bring your big hips, bring your big toes together, your hips over your heels. Walk your hands out in front of you. Bring your palms face up and just rest your head on the mat. Extended child's pose. Breathe. One more breath here. And plant the palms and come back up onto all fours. Walk the hands forward a bit, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, come up into downward facing dog. We're going to do a flow here. Inhale, bring the right leg up into the air behind you. Exhale, float your shoulders over your wrists and bring your right elbow, or your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, back down, bring the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, back up. And we'll do that a few more times. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, up. Right, right. Inhale, up. Right, left. Inhale, up, Ujjayi. Right, right. Inhale, up. Right, left. Inhale, up. One more round. Right, right. Inhale, up. Right, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring the right foot down. Switch sides. Inhale, the left leg up into the air. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, up. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, up. Again, left, left. Inhale, up. Left, right. Inhale, up. Left, left. Inhale, up. Left, right. Inhale, up. Two more times. And come back down. Exhale the foot down. Come down onto the knees. Nice work. Just come to sit. Roll the shoulders out a few times. Really used them here. Bring the left arm across the body. Hug it in with the right arm. Keep your Ujjayi breath. Bring the right arm up in, or the left arm up into the air, and then reach back behind the back. Bring the right hand onto the elbow and just push the arm down a little more. Stretching out the tricep. Continue to breathe, Ujjayi breath. And let's switch. Right arm across the body, hug it in with the left. Stretch out the back of the shoulder there. Ujjayi breath. And bring the right arm up into the air, reach back behind the back, left hand pushes on the elbow, pushes the arm down. Stretch out your tricep, breathe. So the soreness that happens in muscles is a byproduct of working out. And what happens is the lactic acid rides the breath out of the body. So if we don't breathe enough, if we like shorten the breath and pant a lot, then we actually don't give the lactic acid the chance to leave. So if you can keep Ujjayi breath, what you're offering the body is the opportunity to release all that lactic acid and not be super sore tomorrow. So find your breath. Release the right arm. Bring the feet out to the side and out in front of you. And then slowly come down onto your back. Take your time. You can add a little challenge here if you want. Come all the way down to lying. And bring your arms alongside your body with your palms face down. And then just scoot your arms underneath your bum. So again, we're stabilizing the pelvis from the back. Bring your legs up into the air. And flex your feet. When you flex your feet, feel the legs engage. And imagine that above you is a clock. So where your feet are right now is 12 o'clock. And if you go to the right and down a little, you've got 3 o'clock. And if you go down towards the floor, you've got 6 o'clock. And if you come up and to the left, you've got 9 o'clock. And then come all the way back to center, you've got 12 o'clock. So I'm going to call out where to take your feet. Your work is to keep your Ujjayi breath engaged, your core engaged, and to follow instructions. So let's just start with going to 3 o'clock and down to 6 and back up to 9 and then up to 12. Beautiful. Let's go the other way. 9, 6, 3, 12. Awesome. One more time. Let's do that. 3, 6, 9, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. Okay, let's get fancy. Left leg at 12, right leg at 6. Keep the feet flexed. Left leg to 9, right leg to 3. Awesome. Right leg to 12, left leg to 6. Right leg 3, left leg 9. Right leg 6, left leg 12. Switch left leg and right leg for 12 and 6. Bring the left leg to 9, the right leg to 3. Right leg to 6, left leg to 12. Opposite. Right leg to 6, left leg to 9. Right leg to 12, left leg to 6. Great. Both legs at 12. Both legs at 6. Both legs at 12. Both legs at 6. Both legs at 12. Both legs at 6. Both legs at 9. Both legs at 3. Both legs at 9. Both legs at 3. Both legs at 6. Both legs at 12. 9, 3, 6, 12, 6, 12, 6, 12. Keep breathing. 6, 12, 9, 3, 9, 3, 6, 12, 6, 12, 6, and hold. Ujjayi breath. 12. Hug your knees into your chest. Breathe. Bring the feet down to the mat. Walk the heels towards the bum. Bring your arms alongside the body, palms face down, and put the weight into the feet. Lift your hips up into the air. Option to interlock the fingers behind you. Squeeze the bum, pull the knees towards one another. Breathe. Slowly release, round the spine. All the way back down. Take a breath here. Ujjayi breath. Next is an option to go into bridge again or to make your way all the way up into wheel. Bend the elbows and plant the palms below the shoulders. If you're making your way into a bridge, then put the weight into the heels, lift the hips up. If you're making your way into wheel, push into all four limbs, come to the top of the head, and then push up. Breathe. Staying here for as long as feels good for you. Squeeze the bum, lift the hips. One more time, lift up just a little bit higher. And then slowly release. Come down slowly. Round the spine. Tailbone touches last. Take a breath with your spine in neutral. Take a moment to realize how much you kick ass. And sometimes in more like stronger aerobic classes, especially if I'm not feeling them, this is about the time where I'm like, oh, well, now we're done. I could have done way better. So if you are one of those, if you find yourself in that place of thinking that you could have done better, I want you to just be happy that you're here. I think that's probably harder than anything, is just to come to class, to wake up at 6:30 in the morning or before, and just to be here. And so can we start to shift that narrative of like looking at the negative to looking at the positive? Even if you laid here on your mat the entire time, you have done more for yourself than sleeping in. Hug your knees into your chest, interlock your fingers over your shin, pull your knees up or your head up towards your kneecaps and squeeze your body around your spine. Release your head back down to the mat. Release your knees back down to the mat. And then let your knees fall over to the right. And of course, you can take any option of supine two knee twists that you want. Feel the twist in your spine. Feel all the work that you've done in your body, starting from the meditation to now. Bring your knees back into center. Let your knees fall to the other side. And bring your knees back into center. Bring your knees to your chest, the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Take a hold of the outer edges of the feet and pull the knees back down towards the ground. Happy baby pose. Option to stay stationary or roll from side to side. When you're ready, release the feet down to the mat. Walk the feet away from you until your legs are flat. Push the back of your head into your mat, roll your shoulders down your spine, allow your hands to fall away from your body, your palms to face the ceiling. Take a nice, long, slow, deep breath into the bottom of your lungs and then let it out with a sigh. Let go of your breath. Let go of the ujjayi breath. And just let your body breathe itself. Take all of the thoughts that you have in your head right now and just allow them to ooze out of the crown of your head, onto your mat and away from you. Start to relax the body, beginning with the top of your head. Relax your forehead. Feel your eyes grow wide. Feel your eyes sink into the back of your head. Relax your cheeks. Relax your jaw. Let the tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Relax your throat and your neck and let any tension ooze out of the tops of your shoulders, onto your mat and away from you. Relax the muscles that run along your spine. Relax your chest and your abdomen and let your hips be wide. Relax your thighs and your knees, and your shins and your calves, and your ankles and your feet. Just invite some awareness back into your breath. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And turn your head from side to side. Pull your knees up into your chest. Hug them in. Roll from side to side. Eventually rolling all the way over onto your right side. Use your bicep as a pillow. Take a deep breath here. Use the strength of your left hand to push yourself all the way up to seated. Keep your eyes nice and heavy. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs and take a nice long slow deep breath in through your nose. Let it out with a sigh. Do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Return to normal. Breathe in. Bring your hands together in the center of your chest. Bow your head. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice this morning. From my heart to yours. Namaste.